Hey, what's up, guys? It's Budget Yugioh. I have to apologize for my lack of deck profiles and videos. I've just kind of been away from playing the physical game, and I haven't been playing online too much either, so I'm kind of just waiting for tournaments to start up again. But I do have an updated zombie deck profile here, and I guess I missed the format because I forgot to post the last deck profile from July or so. But this is what I'm working with for September, post ban list. So I did make some changes from that combo tutorial I did last video. But this is the new version that I'm running with, and I think it's the most consistent version for a combo zombie deck. So let me get into the profile and explain some of my card choices. So basically the combo starters, the normal summons, play the triple Unizombie, triple Solitaire to fetch the Unizombie, and then 2 Gozuki because it essentially does the same thing. It gets your Banshee or Mizuki to the graveyard, and it also acts as an extender if you have it in your hand and are able to discard it with an additional zombie to summon from your hand. So I really like this engine, and it's 8 normal summons, it's pretty good. Usually you'll see at least one of them, which is necessary because to play zombie as a combo deck, you kind of need a bunch of cards to get to the graveyard or have them on the field. So those are very useful because they'll just send any zombie you need. So it's not like you need a specific card. You just need to be able to see one of those. And sometimes you can combo off even if you don't see them, but yeah, to get the optimal combo, you'd like to see one of those. Still playing 2 Doom King Ballardrock. This is just straight up the only reason why you'd still play zombies, because it's such minimal effort to get him onto the field, and you get 2 disruptions just by having him plus Zombie World. So definitely still playing that at 2. I'm playing 1 Jacko Bolen. So this is an interesting card because I haven't really seen too many people utilize it to its potential, but it has versatility built in, and that's what I like about it, because it can special summon from your hand as an extender by discarding a zombie. And it's also a quick effect disruption during your opponent's main phase. That's basically a quick effect Monster Reborn plus DD Crow. So really strong in certain matchups, so that's why I'm playing it as a one of, because through the combo you can end on the Jacko Bolen if you are able to get the Doom King in the graveyard with another other means. Let's say you have a really good hand and then you're able to get Mizukis or Banshees to the graveyard. You can instead send your Ballardrock. So there's ways you can do that. And then 1 Glow Up Bloom. Only playing 1 because I'm sacrificing some of the grind game ability in order to maximize combos. So it's always searchable off Hauki Fibrax. If you really need to, you can still send it from Unizombie and Mizuki. But most of the time you go Hauki Fibrax now. I'm playing triple Banshee. So Banshee is good because you used to not want to see this in your hand if you're playing control variant of the deck, but if you're playing combo, you want to see this because you'll always have discard ability. This deck has maybe like 4 ways you can discard cards from your hand and make them live, so very good to play that. And then also triple Mizuki. Combo versions of the deck, you just maximize this because even if you see in your hand, it's just a free Monster Reborn, and you're just fulfilling your cost to discard for your other effects. And Mizuki is essential to the combo because it's how I get the Vampire Sucker draw 2. So this basically turns into, well, this plus Ballardrock. You Mizuki on your turn to get the draw on Vampire Sucker, and then the Doom King during your opponent's turn will give you an additional draw. And then for hand traps, I'm playing triple Ash just because it's still really the best hand trap, at least for zombies. If you really need to summon Jacko Bolen, this is your zombie discard. Or if you, in a weird situation where your Unizombie gets hand trapped, but you can send a Gozuki to the graveyard, and then you can special summon this and still go into your Hauki Fibrax. You can do some weird things like that. And then the new addition to this version is Scifriend Gear Gamma and the driver. So I'm playing this engine because if you saw the recent ban list, Called by the Grave got hit to 1. It hurts this protection that this deck had from hand traps. So I'm playing Gamma as a pseudo replacement because it does come up where, let's say, if your opponent you summon Solitaire and your opponent Ash Blossoms you while Solitaire's in the graveyard, now you control no monsters, so you can respond with Gamma, special summoning it, plus the driver. And this basically gives you Scifriend Lord Omega for free, or your Hauki Fibrax for free. So if you are able to resolve this and your opponent gets baited into hand trapping the Solitaire, because I mean if they have Ash Blossom, they're probably going to use it. It will kind of just tear them apart, and you will plus so hard. Like, I think if I resolve Gamma and Solitaire, I will go +6. So on the first turn, so kind of crazy, and it's just a good hand trap for going second too. So I mean, this card's kind of dead past turn 1 and 2, but that's really all it's there for. Because of how strong it is, I say it's worth playing. I'm playing 1 quick draw Synchron. I did cut Jet Synchron because it was banned, but the main reason why I was playing the Synchron engine is for the quick draw anyways, because it's a free discard outlet, it's searchable, and then you get the benefit of playing triple tuning. I was just thinking possibly bumping this up to 2, because if you open this and tuning, your tuning is dead. So probably want to increase this to 2. Let's say for the monsters. So I'm playing for the spells, Triple Zombie World, which is mandatory. You really need to see this. It helps a lot if you see this in your opening hand, because then you don't have to worry about sending a Banshee. So it's possible I put Terraforming back in, but I haven't added it yet. So that's probably a change that I will add. Triple Super Poly, still honestly the best disruption for this deck possible. It also can give you the edge to OTK, but this is just really strong, and I think with Harpy's Feather Duster coming off the list, you know, people got Lightning Storm. Revelry of Warlords is kind of outdated for this format. I mean, if you're playing a control deck and you have some protection against that, then maybe, but my end board is going to be very monster focused, and so basically I'm going to play Super Poly only as my main back row disruption now. Plus Called by the Grave got removed, or you'll see. So I'm playing Triple Tuning. This is really good because it's a spell search, so you start your turn activating Tuning. If your opponent for some reason ashes you or something, you can Gamma. So this gives you another chance to use that. And this mills off the top 1 card after you search for the quick draw, which means sometimes you get lucky and you hit Mizuki or Banshee or Doom King. So sometimes it just gets you there, you know. But it's really sacky if you do that. It's just it's nice to always just have that option of more milling for the zombie deck, of course. So the 1-ofs, Foolish Burial and Called by the Grave. So Called by the Grave, still play it, because even though it's at 1, when you do see it, it's still useful. And Foolish Burial always just gives you the flexibility of being a wild card, sending anything you need. So basically just makes your turn way stronger, or helps you play through a hand trap. And then I'm playing Triple Improm. Now, these got expensive again, so I'm sorry if you're a budget player. I mean, I was, and then I picked these up at 20. I think they're at 40 now. So it kind of sucks if you didn't get them. But I would just replace them for Effect Veiler. In some cases, Effect Veiler might be better because it's a monster so that you can discard to summon Quick Draw. And Call by the Grave, since it's at 1, it won't get hit as often. But that's the 40 card main deck. And yeah, like I said, I think the only changes I'd make is take out something for terraforming, and then also add a second quick draw. So that I might just bump it up to 42. But let me get into the extra deck. So most of it is used for combo, and I try to reserve as much space for you know, flex spots and tech choices. So of course the Halki Fibrax. If this ever gets banned, I'm gonna take them out and then replace them with the Dragoon package. And I want to just note, I tried to make Dragoon work in this deck, but you really have to sacrifice so much that I don't think it's worth it. Because in testing, I was thinking, if you want to summon Dragoon, you have to give up the draw 2 from Vampire Sucker. There's just a lot of conflict from the Globe Bloom blocking you into zombies, and then Anaconda not letting you summon for the rest of the turn. So yeah, that's the thing. Halki Fibrax, this is the main enabler of the deck. So zombies were never really that good of a combo deck until this came out, because this searches out your Bloom, and that's immediately going to be 2 disruptions for free off the Doom King. So this plus Link Cross, every deck's using this. Just abuse it. If you are a budget player, then yeah, probably don't play the combo version, play the control. It's still somewhat decent. And then I'm playing Relinquished Anima to link off, if I ever need to link off the Glow Bloom. And then Link 2s, some additional Link 2s. IP Masquerena. This is now my go-to disruption. I was playing Artifact Dagda in my last version, and I decided to cut it because I don't want to play the brick scythe. And it just ends up being kind of vulnerable to disruption, because if they hit one thing, the combo that you can pull off is really strong, but you won't be able to pull it off if they get rid of one of your pieces. Instead, Union Carrier. This is way more consistent, because Union Carrier can get you an additional card from it. It's essentially a Foolish Burial, but you have to go through a link off your monster that you equip the card to. But it basically gives you access to the Mizuki to get the Vampire Sucker draw, or it can set up a Banshee in the graveyard to make sure that you have a second zombie world ready for to counter Cosmic Cyclone or Feather Duster. Or it can equip Doom King to get that into the graveyard if you want to end on Jacko Bolen. So I'll try and demonstrate the paths you can take in the combo tutorial, probably in the next video. So Vampire Suckers, playing at 1. I would love to play another one, but there's really no space. Playing Avenged Savior at 1. He's still really good for going second, and also for follow-up plays if you need to beat over something. So definitely would play him. Verte Anaconda, and actually we only play this to send Super Poly for going second. Now if it's too expensive, you don't have to play it. It's definitely not necessary, but you probably take it out for like a Nightmare Phoenix, I would say. Instead of that Phoenix, I'm playing Unicorn for the IP, and also Avermax, because you can make Avermax depending on the route you take for your combo. If you leave IP up and Union Carrier, then you can just go into this. And then I'm also playing Yugioh, which is the Zombie Link 4. So this one's actually really strong, but matchup specific. So it can, if you're playing against like Thunder Dragons, this will shut off all their banished effect monsters when they activate. Makes it hard for them to get their effects. And also, if you're playing against a deck that summons a lot from the graveyard or activates graveyard effects, Yugioh can target up to twice per turn monsters on the field and reduce their attack to 0 and negate their effects. Or you can trigger it manually if you activate Mizuki or Doom King. Their effects will trigger this twice on the same chain link, and then you will be able to target two monsters your opponent controls. So just, yeah, sometimes you can go into that if you just need a link 4. And if you're locked into zombies off Bloom, this is your other option to link climb. Playing Formula Synchron, Martial Metal Marcher as the Halki Fiber Axe Link Ross extenders. Pretty much mandatory for that combo. And the Super Poly targets. People are playing Dragoon plus Anaconda, so this is basically you remove it before they get to do anything. And then Dragon Necro, always a staple as long as Super Poly is in the game. So that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have suggestions or things, let me know, things you've been trying out with zombies. This is basically the consistent version of the combo variant, and I think it puts up a respectable board very consistently. It does have weaknesses where it's susceptible to gamma and impermanence, but you know, most decks are nowadays. So you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, and be on the lookout for the combo tutorial video I will be posting soon. Alright, thank you guys for watching.